Hello, welcome to my channel, Go So Beautiful. My name's Becky and this is Friday Sews, the Saturday edition. I want to give a shout out to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for creating the hashtag Friday Sews group and inviting all YouTube sewists to join in on the fun of Friday Sews. If you haven't checked out Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, please check her channel out. I'll post a link to her channel below in the comments. Thanks, Jen. I was really busy this week and didn't get to post my video up on Friday, but I'm here today and I want to share with you the things that I did this week in my sewing room. If you're new to my channel, I appreciate you checking the channel out and hope that you will hit the like button and subscribe. And I appreciate everyone who watches and hope to encourage and inspire you in your sewing pursuits as I pursue my sewing. So what happened in my sewing room? Well, I mentioned last week that I was having painters come to paint my sewing room and to begin a makeover. And I had gone to Home Depot and picked out a color sample and tried it on the wall, and I loved it. So I went back and I bought 2 gallons, and I had told the paint mixer what color I wanted, and he mixed it up. I brought it home, didn't look at it really. They put a little dot on the lid, but it's really hard to tell the real color until you open it up. And of course I didn't open it up because the painters were going to come and do that. So they came on Saturday. I let them do their painting. They painted the whole room. I came back and I looked at it and I said, this isn't quite the color I was expecting. And the painter said, well, it needs to dry, and it's not completely dry, so wait until it's dry. So I waited a few hours and I looked at it and I still thought, this doesn't look like the color I wanted. And I'll show you a video of me checking out this color. So this is my freshly painted sewing room, which I'm not sure how I feel about this color. It was called Chic Peach, and when I painted it on a sample, it had a lot more pink to it. But this is looking like the flesh tone color from the Crayola crayon box. And I'm just not sure about it. This is the fabric I want to use for window treatments. And when I hold it next to the paint, I don't know. Sometimes it looks brown, and sometimes, well, I was expecting more of a pink tone. So I went to bed, and the next day I got up and I thought, I wonder if they gave me the right paint. So I put the sample square up that I had, checked out that I used, and I looked at the numbers on the paint cans and they were different. So I marched back to Home Depot that afternoon and they said, oh, we're really sorry, we'll mix you up 2 more gallons of paint. I said, great. Have you got somebody to paint it? They said, no, we can't do anything about that. So I was faced with the fact that I was going to have to paint it myself. So I had already moved everything out, which was a big undertaking. But then I had to retape and do everything that you need to do in order to paint a room. And it took me 2 days, but I got it painted. And I was very happy with the color, and I'll show you a video of that. All right, so here is the color that was supposed to be painted, Chic Peach, which Home Depot readily exchanged for me, unfortunately, and they actually gave me a refund. Unfortunately, they wouldn't do anything about the money I paid. The painters, as you can see, this fabric goes much better with this paint. And so now that my room was all painted and it was the correct color, it was time to get things moved back in. And I started doing that. It took me until Friday to be able to get to move things in because I was so tired from painting, and then I had something else to do on another day. So I didn't get to start moving things in until yesterday. And I rearranged the furniture to my liking, but I still have things to put on the walls. And I need to find a handyman for that. I called a couple people and they're not available until, one's not available till the end of August, the beginning of September. And I really want to get it done soon, so my husband may have to step in. Anyway, as far as other things I did related to sewing, I didn't get any sewing garments made or anything like that, but I did finish cutting out my Sundress. I had mentioned I wanted to make this new look, N6692, this version here with the Sundress. And I started thinking about it and I thought, you know, I don't know if I really want to make something that exposes my arms so much. I have a scar from some surgery and I'm just a little bit self-conscious about that. And I could wear a sweater over it, but I just thought maybe I'll just put some sleeves on it. This view here with the short sleeves looks really cute and I have plenty of fabric. So I might just give that a try and see how it looks. Or I may just put it aside. The other thing that's sewing related is that I got this machine. This is a Viking Sapphire 850. And I got it from a friend who inherited this machine from her mother. And she's not a big sewer, but she does like to make some things, and her daughter likes to make things. And she had asked me a few months ago when she first got it to help her, you know, make it work because she was having trouble. So I did, and it was really just a matter of threading it correctly and getting the bobbin seated correctly. Well, she sent me a text and said, hey, would you be interested in buying this machine for the price of something that is a little more basic for me to use? And she said, I'll let you take it and try it out for a while if you want. So I got the machine this past Sunday and I downloaded the instructions from the website, and I also checked eBay to see how much this machine would sell for used, and it's a pretty good machine. So I made her an offer. It has some features on it, some automatic features, such as it doesn't have the lever on the back of the foot, the presser foot to lift it up. You just push a button and you can push it to one level, and then you can push it even higher so you can get your fabric under it. Then of course, to put it down, you just push another button. Isn't that cool? Funny how these simple things can make me so happy. It also has a needle threader, which I can live with or without that. I've had a few machines with needle threaders, and I guess if you use it often enough, it works, but I don't use one often enough to really figure it out. I have to figure it out each time, but I'm sure I'll figure it out with this one. So it has a number of different stitches. It's got an automatic sensor feature on it that you can tell it what type of fabric you're sewing, and it'll automatically change the stitch length or the stitch style. And I'm just thrilled to death to have this machine. And I love my other machine. I have a Bernina, but it is a very basic model and it's mechanical, which is fine. It sews beautifully and I think it will last a very long time. But it's nice to have a backup machine, and it's nice to, this one is actually a quilting machine. So I'm looking forward to doing some quilting projects with that. So that's about it for my Friday sews. I spent all week, like I said, working in my sewing room and rearranging things. I'm putting things back and I'm trying to purge some fabrics that I just don't need. And I'll probably donate them to Goodwill or Salvation Army. I looked online for places to donate fabric, and I think there's a few that will recycle or resell, but I was having trouble finding them. I think it would just be just as easy to send them to Goodwill. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching. I hope you will hit the like button and subscribe and the notification bell so you can see when I upload new videos. I am planning to make a video about my sewing room makeover. It may be another week or so before I get it done because as I said, I need a handyman to put everything back up on the walls. But stay tuned for that. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Go sew beautiful. Bye-bye.